Welcome to Farm Charm Chic. I'm Emily. In today's episode, I have some beautiful fall decorating hacks that are so easy anyone can do them. And not only are they just for fall, but with a few tweaks, you can use them for any season in your home. I hope you enjoy these. If you like crafting, DIYs, dupes, hacks, thrift flips, or just creating in general, I would love if you would consider subscribing. If you like any of today's DIYs, make sure and leave a thumbs up. But let's go make some DIYs. This is such an incredibly easy hack, but so beautiful. I'm just taking a riser that I've made. Any riser, any size will do. And you're just going to get a wreath. Maybe you've got one laying around your house. I picked this one up at Hobby Lobby, but whatever's going to suit your style of decorating, grab that. You just want to make sure that the circumference of your wreath roughly matches the circumference of your riser. You'll kind of see why when I display it in the end. But I'm just cutting off all of the tagging and everything and placing this wreath on the riser. I'm just going to go ahead and fluff it all up, make it look really pretty, and I'm just kind of going to make sure that there's a nice flat opening in the center because I'm going to place a candle down in the center of the riser. Now, as I'm doing this, you guys, I took like 2 or 3 tags off of this already, but I noticed that you can see the little price tag hiding in there. I love how that happens sometimes. It was orange, it blended in. I'm glad I noticed it, or I might have left it there all season. Has anybody ever done that where you take something down and go, oh, the price tag was showing the whole time? Anyhow, I have this candle I picked up at the Dollar Tree, and I just love the design on the outside. It's got those beautiful leaves. I felt like it was so fall. It's something you could leave all through Thanksgiving, but you just set that down in the center of your wreath, and you have the most beautiful display for just like minutes of effort. And I just think this is so beautiful and so simple, and it's a hack that you could use any season, anytime throughout the year. I just thought that this ended up so lovely. So remember this hack next time you see some really pretty wreaths displayed, some little miniature wreaths, because this is so fun. And I mean, imagine this sitting in the center of your table for a beautiful dinner. I just love how it turns out. Is this something that you guys would try? I thought it would be fun to try my hand at making some custom candles from the Dollar Tree pillar candles. So I've just placed these in a pot of water, and I will slowly bring up the temperature on these to melt this wax completely down. Now these do come with wicks in the middle, so you can reuse those wicks. I'm doing something different. I'll show you in just a moment. But I've just placed out a lid from like a pan. I use it a lot in crafting to kind of contain my mess, especially when working with like my different like Spanish moss or reindeer moss. But I thought it would be perfect to line with some paper because inevitably I will spill some wax. Now here is the wicks that I'm using, or here are the wicks I'm using. These are just some wooden, it says they're crackling wicks. Honestly, you don't really hear much of a crackle, but I thought it would be fun to use these, a little more custom high-end look, something that's just a little different than reusing the wax or the wick from the Dollar Tree ones. But definitely, I mean, if you want to cut costs down, you can definitely reuse those wicks. I did put them in a little baggie, so I'll have them for another time if I need some wicks for another project. Now, these little jack-o'-lantern votives I picked up at Dollar Tree, and I just love them. I love them because you can turn them around and have them be like the plain pumpkin on the back side if you want to have more of the pumpkin side displayed, or you can have that cute little classic jack-o'-lantern face. Apparently, I'm really wanting to show you how these wicks work, and they are really quite nice. They have that little metal base that you can use. Now, I have not taken any wax out of these candles, and you saw how full they were before. So it melts down quite a bit. They must like whip the wax or something when they put on here, because even with the wax solidifying, it doesn't go that low. But anyhow, it takes 4 of these pillar candles to fill 3 of the Dollar Tree votives. I was just using my silicone dishwashing gloves there that have kind of like the bristly stuff on the inside of them. Just be very careful. You're working with hot wax. You can definitely burn yourself, but I would just pour the wax in there till I got it to my desired fill length. Now, these are some essential oils I picked up off of Amazon. There are so many different types to choose from. I will link them in the description box. You don't have to add a scent. I thought that was kind of a fun part. There was 4 scents that were really good in this, and 2 of them I did not like at all. So just keep that in mind when you're buying scents unsmelled. You may not like all of them. Now, once I get all of my scent added in and stirred around just with a bamboo skewer, I placed that little wooden wick down inside, and it was kind of a dome shape on the bottom of these, so the wick wasn't standing up quite so well. So I did just place some bamboo skewers to hold it into place until that wax hardened. Now you could cut your wick down beforehand, which would work if you're using scissors. I have these little like jewelry snippers that have a flat end. And so I'm just kind of snipping either side of the wick there. And then you'll see I just kind of bend it back and forth and it snips right off. And then I can go back in and kind of straighten up or trim any mess, but you can kind of see how that wick looks. And then here I'm just showing you where I went and kind of flattened it off there because when you break it off, it doesn't have quite the prettiest edge. So depending on what you're wanting to do, you may or may not need to do that. I think these are so fun to have those little cute faces there. I did 3 different fall scents in there. My daughters were already like, ooh, I want this one to burn first. They all have their favorite scents picked out. And honestly, they smelled so wonderful the day that I made these walking into my house. It just smelled just like fall. But you can see how beautiful and cute these are, just all lit up. I thought this was such an easy project. It took about an hour, a little over an hour for all of that wax to melt down. So it is kind of a little bit of like an afternoon project to do, but super fun. And I think these were so cute. They would make great gifts to do. But even if you didn't have these little pumpkin votives, I've seen people use like different mugs that they love. There's all sorts of different vessels that you could use to pour that wax into to use. But I just thought these were so cute and the fun different scents. But I'm already thinking other seasons, what could I do to make like Christmas gifts or different things? I think what a fun idea. Have you guys tried making candles? Did you have success with it? Do you have any tips you would like to share? Let me know down in the comments. This is such a fun and easy hack and a great way to display some mini wreaths that you might find, because I feel like fall time especially, there are so many beautiful little wreaths that I just love them. It brings that cozy feel into your home, and it's such a great way to bring in some florals and some softness to your decor. Now I've just cut all of the tags off of this, and I'm just deciding on the type of ribbon that I want to use, and so that's just kind of a matter of personal preference, but you will need some ribbon to do this hack with to be able to hang your wreath. I'm going to hang it on my cupboard door in my kitchen. So I am just getting a length of ribbon. I think I get a little bit too much to begin with here. So once you get used to hanging the ribbons on your cupboard door, you'll kind of be able to eyeball a decent length that you want. It's easier, of course, though, to start with a little too much and take some off than it is to start with too little and having to cut more ribbon. But I'm just going to feed this ribbon through my wreath here and then tie it off at the top. And then I just go ahead and tie it with a knot. Now, I love to use a zip tie when I tie these off to hang these, and I'll show you the hack that I use to hang these. That's kind of what the big hack is here. But a zip tie works well because I'm going to use a command hook, and it hooks really well rather than the ribbon that I use is usually a little too thick, especially with this type of ribbon. You just want to make sure that your ribbon is going to lie flat on the front of your cupboard. You're not going to see this tied end that's going to be on the inside of your cupboard. So I snip mine down so it looks a little bit prettier. But again, your cupboards are going to be closed unless you open them. But I mean, you typically don't have people opening and going through your cupboards. So here is the zip tie. I'm just going to feed this through the knot there. That way it can hang at the angle, making the ribbon lie flat here. So I leave my zip tie open. I don't usually tighten them. I just kind of leave them pretty wide. Just kind of depends on how far you want this to hang down. Now you can see these are just the command hooks. They do sell a different brand at Dollar Tree that you can use. I just didn't have any of those because my kids steal them all the time. But you want to do this upside down. This is the big part of the hack here. So you want to have this, you can kind of, I'm doing my best to do this one-handed to show you that you want your hook to be hanging upside down. So I also place the sticker on upside down. And then you want to go down 3 or 4 inches from your cupboard. You don't want this at the very top. You want your ribbon to be able to hang flat, and you're going to hang this with that hook upside down. You can kind of see I'm showing you here. That way, when your ribbon comes around, you'll see exactly what I'm doing here. Sometimes it's easier to see it than to explain it. But that zip tie goes right over that hook there and hangs, and then you just want to make sure that everything goes flat. You don't want that knot to be in the way of where your cupboard door closes, so that's why you want to hang that a little bit lower. And then depending on where you want your wreath to set, that's where you determine the length of your ribbon. So you can see how beautiful this looks. Such an easy hack to do. And once you have your command hooks on there, you get to change this out for whatever season that you want. Maybe you just like some plain greenery. I love to do this at Christmas time and have all of those different wreaths. But it's just as simple as having an upside down command hook on the back of your cupboard. What do you guys think of this hack? When I saw these little pumpkin treat buckets at Dollar Tree, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with them. I thought they were so cute. And you could hang them backwards if you just wanted the pumpkin to show. If you like that cute little classic jack-o'-lantern face, it's just such a fun way to bring a definite fall feel into your home. Now, this is just a beaded garland that I have, that I use against a giant mirror that I have in my living room. I don't have a fireplace or a mantle, but I think this would be so cute along there as well. But I do a lot of different things to this beaded garland to kind of dress it up for different holidays. And so I thought this would be such a fun thing if you have a garland like this. If you don't, they do sell them. I mean, at the craft stores, Walmart, you can pick them up for very inexpensive. I mean, I think around $6 at Hobby Lobby when you buy it on sale. So this is just some little baby clothespins that I have here that I'm using to put through the twine that's on here. And I'm just hooking it through the twine and then onto that little handle of that little bucket. Such a fun and easy, quick hack to do. I'll just go through the rest of the garland and continue hooking these little buckets on. Once I get all of my little buckets attached, I just lift it up to make sure I have my spacing done really well. I wish there was 5, so it had an odd number, but there was only 4 in the package. So just take that as if you have a longer garland, you may want to pick a second package of these up. Now I wanted to cutesy it up a little bit more. The buckets are really cute just hanging there, but on those little clothespins, I thought it would be really cute to have this little black ribbon with this little white trim. This did come from just the fabric section at Hobby Lobby, and I thought it would just be so cute with these little teeny bows, because we all know that I love bows tied on there. So it's up to you if you want to dress this up or jazz it up a little bit more. But I just do 4 of those little bows, and I'm just getting them all to the exact same size so it looks very cohesive. It just takes a little bead of hot glue on each of these little clothespins, and then I will just place my little bow on there. I really do think that this adds just such a good finishing touch on here and just makes it look very cutesy and high-end. I just love the way it looks. I feel like this was really what sets it off. I love the blacks and orange. Even if you're not like a Halloween fan, I still feel like blacks and oranges in fall just bring that feel of October into your home. And so I really do just love that. But I'm just going to continue on gluing all of my little bows on. It's really hard for me to film this and show you how it looks on my mirror just because of reflections and cameras and lighting and all sorts of other things, but I just thought I would put it here on this display to show you how cute this turns out. Do you guys like the bows on there? You could even fill these little buckets with something to have that be a little bit of an addition that you add. I just think these turn out so cute. And again, something easy that you could use for different types of seasons. If you have a garland that you like to kind of keep basic and add a few little different touches to it for different seasons. What do you guys think of these little trick-or-treat buckets? Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed these fall decorating hacks, and I hope this gets your creative juices flowing on how you can take these hacks and tailor them to your favorite seasons or to your home decor. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Happy crafting! If you liked the video that you just saw and you want to keep crafting together, here's another video that you might enjoy. And as always, remember to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.